Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Plotty Time. This week, I'm here. I'm Poppascotch, and I'm with Chump Slap.
What's up?
Chump Slap here, and I are going to talk about the Mortal Kombat film franchise, and in this installment of the Mortal Kombat series,
Mortal Kombat miniseries. Yeah.
The mini Mortal Kombat miniseries. We're going to be talking about all 3 movies at different installments. The first one we're starting with is the original OG feature film, Mortal Kombat.
Oh man, so good, so good.
Do you remember seeing this growing up?
I do, but I didn't remember anything about it when I rewatched it.
I was surprised how much I did remember, actually. I remembered a handful of scenes, not a lot. Like, I must have watched this movie 10 times growing up because I remembered a lot of it, especially like the Goro stuff and the Johnny Cage parts and that, and the Sonia Jack stuff. I didn't remember Kino, though, at all.
Well, he sucks. He's totally unmemorable.
Well, this movie was released 1995, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who would later go on to make Resident Evil, Event Horizon.
Good movies.
Yeah, good movies, bunch of other stuff. But this movie, it was a very interesting period in time because before this, no one really knew what to do with video game movies.
Yeah.
Because before this, we had 3 gems. We had the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, classic.
With Johnny Legs and, oh God, I forget who the other guy is. Bob something.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Doesn't matter. And then after that, the next one that came out was Double Dragon, which, have you watched that yet? Because...
No, I don't think I have.
Dude, after this.
This was the second video game movie to ever come out, Double Dragon.
Yes, and it's fucking
Jesus
nonsense.
Christ.
And then it's so bad it's great, though. It's one of those. And then after that, the only other video game movie before Mortal Kombat was Street Fighter with Raul Julia and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that was like 94. That was like a year before, wasn't it?
Yep, but they were technically the first 3, or the first 4, I should say, major studio films that are based on video games. Because I'm pretty sure back in the 90s, and probably, I don't know, between the 70s and 90s, I'd say, movie studio executives had no idea what to make movies about. Like, they have no idea what was good.
What are you talking about? 80s and 90s movies are amazing.
I mean, there's some great ones in there, but at the same time, it's like, hey, we're thinking about... Like, they didn't know how to make movies based on, like, customer feedback or, well, viewer feedback, I guess. But, like, the overall quality of movies released by studios today is way better than it was in the 90s because they didn't know the formula. They didn't know what worked, what didn't work. They just threw shit at the screen.
Yeah, exactly. I got you.
Which is how we got stuff like Double Dragon. So I guess I'm not complaining.
No, they did. That was a hell of a time for its time and place.
So the official logline of this film is 3 unknowing martial artists are summoned to a mysterious island to compete in a tournament whose outcome will decide the fate of the world.
Did you say 3 annoying?
Unknowing martial artists. I mean, I guess you could use both of them.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I remember seeing this movie. I don't remember if I saw it in the theater, but definitely had a copied version on VHS.
Yeah, definitely. 95.
That was around that time, right?
That was like Pulp Fiction time, yeah.
And I think the game came out in 89 or 91. I forget which one of the 2.
Yeah, I have no idea. But who cares?
Yeah, we didn't look up stuff tangential to the Mortal Kombat movies. We just watched these movies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we did.
Okay, so, there's so much to unpack here with this movie.
All right. Do you want to just talk about how it starts? Get right into it?
Sure. Why not?
All right. Liu Kang has a nightmare that his brother gets killed and his soul gets sucked out by Shang Tsung. And then he wakes up in a exceptionally green room.
Yeah, Is this just the movie Enter the Dragon?
Right?
It's the same thing, but I think that like because Liu Kang is supposed to be the Bruce Lee, I guess equivalent for lack of a better word in Mortal Kombat, then they just went with let's just make his backstory the same as Bruce Lee's character in Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, right. You got to avenge your brother's death.
Which interesting creative choice, but
is that how it was in the game?
Oh, I have no idea. If there was any story in the game, especially the original game, then it was like in the instruction book. It was one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, since this, like, obviously since this movie and the series, the lore has just spun out of control.
Yeah, they actually made a lore for it.
Yeah, they made a lore for it. They made games based around that lore. They've retconned some things in the years since. Characters are never really truly dead, but they're dead. I mean, the foundation of the entire story series is a fighting game, so I guess,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole story is it's a fight between two worlds, and this is the last chance for our world to win because we've lost 9 generations in a row.
Which I don't understand why they're like, oh yeah, we lost the last 9, so this is for realsies.
Yeah.
Why can't it just be a tournament that happens every? I guess the only reason I can think of is that they made it that way is because they can establish that the bad guys aren't like pushovers.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because obviously in our world, NetherRealm never took us over. And why is NetherRealm trying to take over Earthrealm?
Because if they owned both realms, they can rule everything, I think.
But so we're to believe that Earthrealm wins every time and then is like, you guys are cool. We're just going to leave it how it is.
Well, we never won 10 times in a row. That's the thing.
So there's only been 9 ever?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Or I thought it you had to win 10 in a row, and it just kind of went back and forth for generations.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
So but this is the 9th one. Like this is the hot streak is going on right now. They're 1 away.
They're on fire.
And if they lost this one, does that mean the whole thing? Well, we'll get to it in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
True.
Oh, it's a piece of shit. Anyway, so then after we see Liu Kang and his backstory, then we go to Sonia and Jax's backstory. Right?
Oh yes. Really, no backstory there. Just
they're cops.
Yeah,
that's the backstory.
And Kano killed Sonia's partner.
And I guess Jax is now her current cop partner?
That's what I believed, yeah.
Either that or like a mentor figure. I couldn't tell.
I don't know.
They weren't like romantically linked. They were just both cops.
Yeah.
And then there's some kind of deal where Kino is working with Shang Tsung to get Sonya there.
Yeah. Why do they want her at the contest?
I don't know. Why do they want her so bad?
Why don't they just not have anyone there and then Earthrealm automatically forfeits?
I think you just blew this wide open.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're like, why don't we make sure that Earthrealm can compete?
Yeah.
I mean, apparently in the lore of this, they can... Well, I guess, I don't know what... In the first movie, they get to the tournament by getting on a boat in New York.
Oh my God, that boat.
And it goes through some mist, and they're fucking there.
It's a fucking, like, ghost pirate ship with dragons on it.
Which is another interesting artistic choice.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Same boat they've been using for 10 generations.
Yeah, right. Then it's definitely a ghost boat.
Yeah.
And did the Port Authority of New York clear a pier for them to land on? Like, how does it, you know what?
Yeah, Pier 41.
Is that what it is? But so we met a bunch of characters. We met Shang Tsung, we met Liu Kang, we've met Kano, we've met Sonya, we've met Jax. We're like 6 minutes into this movie at this point, maybe 10.
Yeah. And then quick Johnny Cage shots.
And then yeah, what's Johnny Cage's whole deal?
Hey, he's a badass action movie star that everyone's shitting on, telling him he's fake, and he can't take it anymore. He's got to prove them that he's not fake.
He's a fucking actor. What does it matter? The whole thing is fake, right? Like, and that's what I couldn't understand. That the whole, like, the public was mad because his fight, like, we're all choreographed and fake and made up, and he isn't really that big of a badass fighter. And he was, well, what does he care? He's like, yeah, I'm going to give a shit about that all the way to the bank because apparently people are coming to these Johnny Cage movies.
Yeah, but he just wants everyone to know. I've fought already. I've won. I've been in tournaments. Trust me, dude.
I guess it was a different time. We couldn't just look that up on the internet and be like, oh, shit, exactly. He was a champion for like 30 years.
Right.
And like see the proof in front of us. They were just like word of mouth, like, I hear that's all made up. And like, dude, how many actors have you seen in action movies? Have you ever watched a Rock movie or a Fast and Furious and been like, man, I bet Vin Diesel or The Rock isn't even firing that real gun?
Yeah. I'm always like, The Rock can't drive that good. What the fuck?
And let's go give him shit in real life about it. Like, what?
It's right in the newspapers.
it's a headline.
Yeah.
Like, so then we get Cage, who has now a chip on his shoulder and wants to prove the world wrong by winning this huge tournament that apparently the world doesn't know about.
Yeah. What's this going to prove?
To whom? Yeah. Right? Like, I'll silence all the haters. Oh, can you imagine? He comes back, victorious. And he goes to the meeting. He's like, ha, see? I told you I could do it. I won this magic Netherrealm Shadow Realm Ninja tournament.
Yeah, he's
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's going straight to the mental hospital.
Yeah. Like, oh, now he's making up tournaments. Classic Cage. Yeah. Can't even win real tournaments.
Is he talking about a movie again? Some type of promotion.
Jeez, I can't believe that's... Yeah. And then Raiden shows up.
Oh, my God. His fucking voice, dude.
I mean, it's Christopher Lambert. Like, that's what he sounds like. He's the Highlander.
He's just like talks in a whisper. Very, like, gruffy whisper. I don't know.
And it's supposed to be like, I don't even know what word we would use for this. Like, kind of like a mentor type, I don't know, silent warrior.
Yeah, he's the coach of the fucking Earthrealm team. That's pretty much it.
Eventually things change, but for now, in the beginning, they're all like from either the Netherrealm or the Earthrealm, and they're basically on teams, but they still may have to fight each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
And then Sonia, I think I must have forgot to write the A in that note. She gets on a boat. She gets on the boat. She sneaks on. Jax goes with her. She
runs on.
That's true, because she knows Kano's on the boat,
She sees
right?
Kano, and he's like, I'm going on. And she just runs along.
Like, without even thinking about it.
No. Jax is back there. Hey, stop. What are you doing?
So basically, Kano did everything he was asked, and he lured Sonia onto the boat. But then for the entire boat ride, she's not trying to find or, like, get at him?
No. Yeah. She, like, runs at him the first time. Runs into Johnny Cage, and they have to make a big joke about how he's got all this fucking luggage.
Yeah. That was...
And then she just stops. Like... I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's a boat. Like, it's so much easier to find him now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying she's going to, like, cuff him and bring him back to shore, but she could definitely murder him and throw him overboard.
Yeah, especially international waters. They don't know where they're going.
Netherrealm transition waters? Yeah, get out of here. They'll never find that body.
That's no jurisdiction.
And then we get introduced to Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Oh, yeah. The deadliest of enemies.
I think I always thought in the lore of the game, and I hadn't gone back to double check this, but I was always under the impression that Sub-Zero was the good guy and Scorpion was the bad guy.
Apparently Sub-Zero's the bad guy, and
I don't know if he is in this game. In the new one, he is.
In the movies.
In the movie, but I guess was he... They were both like Shang Tsung's thugs in this. They really took a backseat in this, and that was just a damn shame because everybody loved those characters.
Oh, man. It's Scorpion's his whatever the hell he call it. His spear mouth, bad, animated, alive thing that comes out of his hand.
Oh, yes.
It's
What
the hell was that?
It's supposed to be a reason to explain the chain he shoots at people.
Yeah, but why not just have a fucking cool-ass chain?
I don't know, man. They mixed like metaphysical magic stuff and like tournament fighters.
Yeah.
In the same. It was very strange.
Oh.
I don't
know why they did that.
And then what happens after this? They have the CGI reptile.
Oh my God, that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
That was pretty bad. That looked really rough, even for the time.
I know. I mean, I understand it's 95, but come on.
I mean, look, Jurassic Park was 2 years before this.
Really?
Yeah, it was 93. So.
Oh yeah, they have no excuse then.
They have no excuse. I mean, I understand they can't afford the best CGI, but shoot around it, make it work.
Yeah, don't put it in. I mean,
don't put it in. You just do a side shot where it flies out of his arm. We'll all be fine with that.
Yeah, there was no need for that.
Everybody who saw that, no one was like, man, I wish they would have shown in the movie how the spear comes out of Sub-Zero. No,
Yeah.
They were like, oh, it's shit. It comes out of his hand like that? Huh.
Oh, it's alive? It's its own entity? What the fuck?
Yeah, it was an interesting choice. And then we find Katana at some point. Where the heck do we find Katana?
Katana's just sitting there when they go to the dinner.
Oh, this is when they've arrived. They're at the dinner.
Yeah.
Meets Katana.
Giving fucking Liu Kang some looks from across the room.
Yeah, there's some eyes got thrown across that room.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And then, do they actually start the tournament in this?
No. This is the best part. Because, like, Shang Tsung, well, he introduces Katana. He's like, a most dangerous adversary. Like everybody here, apparently.
Right.
And then they're just sitting to eat. And they're like, demonstration time. And all these thugs come in, flip up the tables and shit, clear out the path, just so Sub-Zero can fucking kill a guy with a flawless victory.
I forgot all about that part. Even in the rewatch, that is strange, huh?
I thought it was amazing.
So, like, demonstration time. I know all of you are world-class fighters, that's why you're here. But get out of the way and watch this man take another man's life.
Yeah, watch this fight between Sub-Zero and Random Thug 1.
Oh, yeah, and Random Thug gets it.
It's so good.
And then, of course, they do the Scorpion. The Scorpion fights Johnny Cage at some point in here.
Yes.
Sorry, the Kano fights before this.
Oh, really? Nah, my notes have Scorpion fights in the woods. They just get warped.
Oh, that's right, because I forgot about that because they like cut around it. Like the fight started and then they went to other shit.
Yeah.
And then they came back to this fight. There was a couple fights going on at the same time that they were kind of interspersed.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that either. That was quite annoying.
It was because we've been watching this film and we had there have been a couple action sequences so far. There was the demonstration fight we just saw, which was kind of whatever. And then we saw the cop stuff in the beginning trying to get Kano. But that's the only really action we've seen. We're like 40 minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
Before any of the fighting starts.
We've seen some really bad jokes, too.
Oh, yeah. Like old-timey, they were funny in the 50s Hollywood.
Yeah. Exactly.
But, yeah. And then we've got Kino and Sonia the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Kino was built up to be this big tough guy, and she snaps his goddamn neck with her leg lock.
Yeah. So, she just fucking kills him. Straight up.
Yeah, she had, like, as soon as she got on that boat, like, all reservations of, well, I'm a peace officer. My job is to the community to bring justice to this person. She's like, nope, neck snap, click.
Nope, no, this is all revenge now.
Yep, we're all done here. He's dead. Good. The world's a better place.
Yep. And then Johnny Cage and Scorpion fight. I have that he explodes Scorpion somehow.
Oh boy, I remember there being a sword that like cuts Scorpion's head off when he's a skull face guy. Okay. Like he has the wrap around his head. He takes it off. He goes to spit fire at Johnny Cage, and Johnny Cage dives out of the way.
Yeah. And
then hits him with the sword, and that's where he gets part of his skull like cut off.
All right.
And then starts screaming as a skull head.
Yeah, then he probably just explodes into flames.
Yeah, one of the better deaths, I'd say.
And then you see an autographed headshot of Johnny Cage land on it or something.
Oh, is that when this? I forgot about that one. Oh, Jesus. There was like this weird, crazy music behind the fight. It was like house beat music.
Mm-hmm. It's very strange.
I just have my notes. Skull fire Scorpion blows up.
There it is.
Which I guess is exactly what happens.
I just have explode, autograph, headshot.
And then who else is fighting right now? There's another one, isn't there?
Katana and Liu Kang.
Yeah, Liu Kang was doing something. What happened in that one?
Katana throws the fight. Neither of them die, but she's telling him secrets and shit. And she's like, for your next adversary, you're going to use the element that brings life or something like that. And you're like, what the fuck? Okay.
The element that brings life.
Yeah.
Water?
Oh, you got it, man.
Oh, I'm so smart.
Yeah, because then Raiden comes in and he puts this bucket of water in the fighting area for Liu Kang's next fight with Sub-Zero. And he
I do have it written here. LK uses water to beat Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he just chucks a bucket of water on him or something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah,
that was pretty good.
I have all humans get dropped into stones. Did they like throw him off a cliff? There was some bad cliff animation because I remember that's where Goro dies.
Yeah, and was Goro an animatronic suit on a person?
I don't know, but I would say it's definitely the best effect of this movie.
Yeah, I mean it didn't look computer animated at all. So I just want to know if there's a guy in there with other arms that were animatronic above him or below him. I don't know.
We'll have to look it up because I'm interested to learn now too. It definitely wasn't CGI. There's no way their CGI was that good at the time.
No.
So it's probably a puppet or a dude in a suit. It had to be one of those two.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny that that's like the real practical effect they did. And we're just talking about it today like, man, that still looks good. Yeah. And then all the computer ones look like shit.
Oh, yeah, like when Reptile gets killed.
Yeah, that's not...
I don't know who kills him, but he just like... He's filled with worms and bugs or some shit.
Oh, yeah, doesn't Raiden like smush him or something like that? Is that what happens?
Something. Yeah, and all these bugs just like crawl out of him. Like, how does that fucking even make sense?
Yeah, and at one point he jumped into a dead mummy body and was the fighter Reptile.
Yeah.
That did happen. I do have that written down here. And that's when Cage and Liu Kang beat his ass and Liu Kang does the bite kick.
Yep. Classic kick.
And then we've got the Goro fight.
That's Johnny Cage, Goro.
Yeah, can you give the people a play-by-play of what happened in that one?
All I remember is Johnny Cage does his patented nut punch.
That's all it was.
And Goro drops.
He ran away. Cage ran away. He jumped out of a corner on like a cliff edge, and then punched Goro in the dick, and then like kicked him off the side of it.
Of course. Man, how did these guys win 9 in a fucking row?
I don't know. That was so slapsticky, though. I mean, I know it's Johnny Cage's like signature move in the game, and they wanted to get it in there.
Yeah, but
and I think it works as a comedy moment, but I just don't think it's fair to the lore of the story. He's such a badass.
Yeah.
He kills like one dude, which you don't even really see the fight at all.
Yeah.
And then gets punched in the dick and thrown off a cliff, which is how I want to go.
Fair enough.
And then at some point, I have in my notes, Shang Tsung captures Sonya and then takes her to the outer world.
Yeah, because he wants to fight her or something.
It goes back to the reason of why. Like, why did he make her join the tournament? Why does he care about her at all?
Maybe he's trying to turn her into his queen or something. I don't fucking remember.
His war bride?
Maybe. Yeah. So then he just takes her up to the tower, and this is where the tower comes in, right? Like
yeah.
In the game, you climb up a tower.
Yes.
Yeah. But then that's all I have written down.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all it really... Because you don't even really fight your way up it. It's just Liu Kang challenges him.
Yeah, Liu Kang comes in, gives him a bloody lip.
And, they fight a bit. And that's it. Like, he kicks him over the fucking...
Yeah. He should have definitely
ledge.
been uppercutted off the pit, right?
I know, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Would have made so much more sense.
I just,
But that's it. And he just throws him in the pit. Boom, Shang Tsung's dead. This fucking wizard that could do whatever the hell he wants is dead.
Yeah. Like, he could... they didn't really even have him, like, shift into people. Wasn't that Shang Tsung's thing?
Yeah, he turned into... Well, he does turn into Johnny Cage's coach or something in the beginning. Because he's the one who makes Johnny Cage get on the boat.
Oh, that's right. He's the one that tells him about the tournament.
Yeah. But other than that, he doesn't do it. Like, not for fighting purposes.
But you know what's funny about this, though, now that I'm thinking about it? That means that Shang Tsung personally recruited Johnny Cage.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wanted to win that bad, why would he take someone that has that knows anything about fighting? Why wouldn't he just go to some dude at like 7-Eleven and be like, hey,
I know why, because he believed the headlines.
He believed the headlines. He's like, I hear he's pretty good, but we got to make this look good. I can't just go get like fat dudes that have been sitting on their couch for 70 years to fight. He's
like, well, this newspaper says Johnny Cage is a fake, so let's get him.
Yeah, this one newspaper says Johnny Cage ain't shit. So let's fucking go with that thought. Then there's this weird Sky Shokan shows up.
The what?
The Sky Shokan.
Oh,
a Shokan in the sky.
Yeah, once they get back to their regular realm, right?
They get back to the realm and they're like celebrating, right?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we did it, woo. All the monks are dancing or something.
Yeah, and then they're about to fight and throw down again, and they're like, I don't think so, and then they fought pose, and then that was the end of the movie.
Yeah. So what the hell was the point of winning the tournament if these guys just came into the Earth realm anyway?
That's a great question.
Yeah, right?
Because this should, maybe, and I'm splitting hairs here, but the only reason I could possibly explain that is that the tournament never technically took place. So they're just kind of at war separate from the tournament. But at this one, it did take place.
Yeah, it did. Definitely did.
But no one was really crowned a winner.
What, is the tournament just kill Shang Tsung then? I mean...
I don't know. Who's running this shit? Who's handing out trophies and T-shirts?
We're the judges.
Yeah, that's a good point. It seems like a very much self-sanctioned.
Yeah. We'll just take your word for it, because Katana doesn't die when she fights Liu Kang. Neither of them die. How does that fight end?
That's true.
Decision,
yes. Yeah, it's a point system, just like in boxing.
Yeah, I don't know. Very strange.
So, final thoughts, Chump Slap. What did you think of Mortal Kombat 1?
I think it's definitely a product of its time. It wasn't very good at what it did.
Mm-hmm.
The fights were too choreographed. I mean, they learned since, but it was just silly. That's what I think. Yeah,
I tend to agree with it. It was pretty damn silly. It was made for very little money. It was only $20 million at the time.
Yeah, and they're probably going for like PG-13, right?
Yes, it was PG-13. And I remember that when I was a kid seeing this, maybe at 13 or so, it like I didn't even think about the gore in it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't bother me that it was PG-13. Now it has to be R now these days with the way the games have gone.
Yeah, exactly. It should have definitely been hard R. There's barely anything in it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it did the best out of all the video game movies that came before it. But
yeah, all right.
I mean, video game movies have come so far since then.
Yeah, like Mortal Kombat Annihilation,
which we're going to talk about next week. So if you want to send us an email, get in touch with us. Where are they going to send that email, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, you send that to plottytime@gmail.com.
And if they want to get to us faster on the socials, where would they go for that?
At Plotty Time on all the things.
At Plotty Time, all the things. And you can also head over to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe there. Really helps us out. Smash that like button.
Yeah.
Smash and sub. Is that what they say? I don't know. I
don't know.
But yeah, you can check us out there. You can also buy shit at plottytime.com. That does it for us. We will catch you guys next week when we go over Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Peace.